Hey guys, it's been a while since Thanksgiving, I think. No, actually it's been further than that, but Happy New Year. And I am taking a small little recording. I've had a lot of people ask me about my little buggy here, and I wanted to show off the just a buggy. I've had it for like over a year now. I use it a lot on the farms and stuff, and even going out hunting and so forth. And basically you can build your own. I mean, that's the whole point behind this, you know. So oh, look at a rifle on the right hand side. Most of you people haven't seen it yet, so let's check this out. I've got a HM1000X raw in 357. This is the Gen 2 model, so this is the one that puts out way more power than the first Gen 1, which is 80 foot-pounds. I'm shooting it with 81 grain. We're pushing over 140 plus easily foot-pounds, so not an issue whatsoever. This is definitely my new coyote and you know, predator hunting, which I'm actually starting a predator series for my channel to show, you know, outside of just shooting birds and pests like that here in Arizona and around the country, actually, and around actually parts of the world, you know, from Puerto Rico to Texas to Utah, California, probably some, if I can get my butt over to Florida and Louisiana and do some pest control down there. Do some of my favorite, you know, Daystate Air Ranger. As you can see, she just got an upgrade. She got a bottle. Wanted to lighten her up a little bit as far as that goes. And as you can see, just put a new Hug It moderator and a shroud on there, and got that all bolted down and so forth. Got it leveled out. I actually ended up putting, and here in the back piece, there's actually an inner sleeve that actually balances the whole unit onto the barrel. The neat thing about it is that it's nice and free floating. People ask me about my custom bolt here. You can find this on Facebook, Custom Bolts. I think the guy's name was Tony, if I remember correct. I might be wrong. I do apologize. I would have to look that up. But the nice thing is a 30 millimeter ball. Okay, I never pull it from the ball, because as you can see, this is a cantilever type structure here, and you're putting all that fulcrum point right on here, and that's not good on here. So I always put it 2 fingers or so forth, pull it back, then slide it forward, of course. So, you know, that's not cocked, of course. The nice thing is it's nice. That's a nice little feel to it. It's got a lock. You feel, you know, almost see that lock between there. I love that. So I love that mechanism right there. Custom texture I've developed a couple years ago to put on here, because for some reason the stock texture on there just does not last out here. So, and of course I have my Hawk Signwinder, okay, and love the scope. Really good. You guys know I have a Boss, and I actually took that scope off of here just to get this sighted in to see how I was doing. I promised Martin over at Rapid Air Weapons that I would actually show some groups at 100 to, well, from actually 50, 75 to 125 yards. I was shooting some groups. I showed it on Facebook that I was getting 125 yards. I was getting 1.25 to 2 inches depending on how I was just setting it up. And I realized that once I was just not using the magazine, I was getting a lot better groups as far as that goes. Now you gotta remember, this gun has not had that many rounds down range, so it still needs a lot of lighting as far as that goes. So any which way, this raw is beautiful. Oh my god, the stock is just amazing. I mean, I've never had a laminate stock before, but this is just amazing. It's like a camouflage look to it. It's really nice, you know. Comes with a bottle, that's why I ordered. The barrel sleeved with a carbon fiber, and it's not like the vinyl stuff that I put on stuff just to protect my stuff. This is actually a real carbon fiber. The silencer is also carbon fiber. You can actually feel the grain of it. It's pretty cool as far as that goes. See what else. Okay, let's just get to this point here. So I found this buggy, and it's for 2-seater for kid strollers. What it is, okay? It is considered one of the most expensive strollers you can get on the market. Okay, it's one of those Bob strollers, and I live in a nice neighborhood, and one of these people had this in the outside, like, to pick up for the garbage. And I was like, what the heck? You know, I'm sitting there going, why would they throw that away? You know, these are $800, $900 buggies, and this thing's only a year old, you know. So they must have used it. Kids used it for a certain amount of time, and they threw it to the side. I'm like, well, we're such a wasteful country, anyways. So I'm gonna recycle it. So what I normally do is I sit here and I actually put my air tank right in here or in here, and I can buckle it down. And this is all. The wheels are flat right now. There's no air in them. Preferably, actually, I like them without the air in them, to be honest. When I'm trucking through the farm, for some reason I like it a little bit better. But any which way, it's got a undercarriage holding system right there, which I throw whatever, a little bit of whatever I need to put underneath there, from anywhere from a small cooler to whatever. This thing is collapsible. It fits in back of the trunk of our car, or bonnet, as our UK friends call it. Let me see here. Let me think here. It's ridiculously light. You would think it'd be really heavy. The material is super strong nylon material. Very well put together. Well, if it's $900, I'll put some cheap. The only thing is that the foam handles are starting to crack. I live in Arizona, so anything that's plastic's always looking for water. So whenever it can find it or not find it, it starts to crack. So that's the problem here. I can replace that. That's a neat thing. That's cheap. That's no big thing there as far as that goes. So I got these mounting systems I bought and put these on here, and they're a simple clamp. Clamp them down, real simple. 4 screws, tighten them up. This is all that urethane silicone, or it's probably silicone. It's definitely not rubber. There's not many things that are made out of rubber anymore. It's mostly silicone. And the nice thing is it grabs real good without marring your surface, if like a wooden gun finish or so forth. This is synthetic on the outsides, but it doesn't mar your rifle whatsoever. And these clamps are really nice because they actually just sit there and they bite on, and you can put this little, let's see if I can show you here, this little band right over it and lock it down just for an extra little safety. But as you can see, they're not going anywhere. Bells are on there pretty tight. So the only thing I would have to worry about, not necessarily on my day state, but with the new 357 raw, is the length from the ground to here. It's probably not even a foot, and so you've got to be careful not to be sitting there pushing and not paying attention to hit something. As far as and you can always adjust, don't get me wrong, you can always adjust your rifle on the mounting systems as far as that goes. Now, these neat things about these mounting systems, and I'll post what the brand is and so forth, unless I can see it right here. Anyway, I'll post those, but they come two to a packet, which I can literally put up here if I wanted to, if I wanted a third rifle up here if I'm taking a friend out, or any which way. It's a typical, like I said, it's not really a running stroller, but it moves really easily. The front wheel has its own. The nice thing is you can lock that wheel out if you wanted to. It even has a brake system, which is really nice also. So as you can see, I camber that over. I actually sit underneath the camo, and it blends in so well, dude. Especially here in the desert, you wouldn't think it would, but it actually does. So that's my unit right there. And my boss could go on there if I wanted to, if I put those other brackets on there. Most of the guys that shoot powder burners have their own, gun dollies or whatever you want to call them. I call it a buggy, of course, but this one works really good for air rifles. Like I said, it folds up, goes back, fits right into the car. So it's, it's really nice. Next video, which will be coyotes, you will actually see between two things. I will actually be doing some testing on a calf head showing the devastation of a 357 and a 30 caliber air rifle on the calves that actually were stillborn or actually died just a little bit after birth. Farmers actually allow me to take them and so forth, and I think this would be very educational. These guns do have that kind of not only penetration but devastation on animals, so it is more than ethical to use these as long as you have the right shot accordingly on placement. So alright guys, peace out, thank you.